should be working. You are legally required to comply with. Okay.
It's not for
I
kids.
have to go to live control room and tell people, like, and set it.
What?
What?
Really? I didn't have to
for
do
live
that.
streams. I don't know where to
That's
do
weird.
that
I
at.
didn't have to.
Oh, fuck that thing.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so you want to go to your channel settings?
No, I already said that. My channel settings are already for
Right.
like not made for kids, obviously.
Okay.
Also, we're live. Hi.
I have no
I'm
idea.
just trying to make sure I don't
Hi.
get fucked by
hello.
Coppa. Hello everybody.
Copa, whatever.
No
it
one
is.
wants to pay out money to idiots.
No, here's the thing. You don't get to pay it. It's not you who pays it. It's Google who pays the money.
It's
Oh.
YouTube.
So you're fine. If you
Oh.
get struck, you're just... It's YouTube's
That's
gotta
still
pay for it.
stupid, though.
You're just hurting other people. Okay, I get it.
So, you know.
You know, eventually YouTube's gonna go down at this rate.
That makes it a lot better, Kat. Thank you.
Hi, Chrissy. Yeah,
At least
John,
at least
John,
I
this
don't have to
Chrissy
get- at
person
least I
says
don't
hi
get
to you.
sued.
Who?
I don't know.
Don't fucking say hi to John. You say hi to Kat.
Yeah, this is not mine. I don't care. Say hi to Kat or you're dead to me.
Hello, everybody.
I
Welcome.
will not ever respect you.
I'm gonna get
Probably
the
been there
link.
for a long.
I got
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in mine.
Davis, comment how beautiful they are. Hurry, do it. Make a compliment about their face.
Kaylin just messaged me that I started streaming at 4:20 for her time.
Blaze it.
Got
You know,
it.
Kat's so beautiful that I wish you could smoke on her face. Cause blaze it.
I regret
right?
asking you for anything.
Yeah, you should.
It hurts me.
I don't
Hear
know.
you talk. Physical hurt. Sometimes I
Okay.
stare at you at night, and I just don't like it.
I don't like myself either.
You love yourself.
I don't like what I see in the mirror half the time.
Stop it.
When will my
Don't look bad.
reflection show? That's what you just
All right.
pulled right there. What you just did.
What?
Oh, that's
what
gonna be
song is
removed.
that?
Reflection. Hey, you want to stop shipping Davis, my boyfriend, with John
Please.
in my chat?
I'd rather.
You fucking
I would
asshole.
rather diddle Cat.
See, I can do that here in my stream, not in John's or Davis's. But go fuck yourself. That's my boyfriend.
I'd rather diddle Cat.
You're so
Who
Sorry,
fucking
John.
comes into my own stream and starts shipping my boyfriend with
with
John?
John of all people.
One of my best friends.
You know what? Someone asked if I was single recently, and it wasn't Davis. So, yeah. Can you stop? Like, Davis has a girl right there.
Okay, I'm gonna
the
put you.
redhead
You don't
sister.
get to. Seal, guess what? You don't get to talk in chat anymore.
Yeah,
Cause you're just being a little shit right now.
I'm pretty
you
sure
can leave if you want.
I'm pretty sure John is straight though.
I'm very straight. Straight as a
I
ramp.
know.
I am straight though, guys. That was just a joke.
You don't
if
have to
couldn't
like
tell my
fill the chat
sarcastic
with
voice.
shipping me and Davis.
Oh
but
my
just-
god, that doesn't help.
Please
Fucking,
don't. It
let's
does
just
not.
all chill.
It's enforcing
okay?
bad behavior. We just started, guys.
Great way to start
We
off the
just
stream.
started and here we are. All right, I'm just making sure
Immediately,
everything's
Cat.
open.
No, sorry. If I see anything with Cat X someone else, I will kill you though.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. As you can see from the title, we're getting some anime
Seducing
boys.
hot anime boys.
Exactly.
I
And
always want to fuck some anime.
I mean, I do. That's why I'm here.
Am I an anime to you?
I guess you are.
Is a yes like what you're looking for, Davis?
Probably.
Then yes.
What am I? I have to be an archetype of an anime character. What?
Why?
That's how it works.
Just be Davis and be happy.
That's how it works though.
God, how do you? You're being less
I don't-
sexy the more you talk.
How do I sleep at night, John? I think of Cat.
Aw.
I stand by what I said.
All right. Look, let's just get this going. All right. All good?
Okay. All right.
So last we
Okay.
left off, we fought. Well, we got kidnapped by that red devil boy thing.
That's
And,
right. I remember that.
And then Sam killed the guy, and then
Became
we
the
got
demon?
rescued, and then we went to bed, and we said, they asked to stay, and I was like, yeah, sure, man, you can stay, because Sam was like, hey, yo, can we stay? And I'm just like, yo, hey, sure. And then we went to bed that night. It looked like the end, and then some bitch is hovering over us, or whatever. So this is where we left off. Yeah, with this bitch going like that. Here we go.
Makes sense.
Yee.
Oh my god.
It's anime shit. What do you expect?
Hello,
A
Mark.
chin?
A chin. A chin.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. What is that?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. And then I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to
With
scream
no chin.
in fright. I mean, that screamed too. But a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
Don't touch me.
Don't ever say that again. I'm sorry.
Can you get out of my room, please? I can only stare up at the woman above me.
You know what they say? Hey, Kat, you know what they say?
What?
Men aren't the only people that rape.
Okay, she's not gonna do that.
Are you sure?
She's not. I know
The
that.
look
for
in
a-
her eyes.
I get the look in her eyes, but that's not what's
She's
gonna
gonna
happen.
scissor you really hard.
That just I like look. If I met this woman in the street, I'm thinking rapist. Okay.
Okay.
It's
I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. What was going on, and why was she here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Thanks for subscribing. I don't know who.
Thank you.
Oh, Ryan Dixie.
Ryan Dixie.
Nice name. Oh, I love the little sheep.
Nice.
Oh, look at it dance by. Look at him go.
Pink fluffy
Look at him go.
unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Okay.
Pink
Rage began to
fluffy
consume my
unicorns
core
dancing
again.
on
This woman, whoever she was making me mad by insulting how pretty I was, or whatever. She must have known as she let me
I was just mad.
thrown onto her face. Oh, we got another subscriber. Hello.
Yay!
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Galaxy Pack, thank you for joining and subscribing. Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. It's a nice dress.
I mean, it's nice. Shit.
I like your hair. I'm just trying to find things. You look like Jessica Rabbit in a sense.
What? Oh
What?
my God, you're right.
I just got
You
that
okay,
now.
David? You
No, Kat, have you ever seen Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
He hasn't seen
John?
any Disney movies, so why would he?
Yeah, I've seen
I
that
need-
movie. Cool your jets, son. I've seen Robert Radgett.
Robert Radgett?
Robert Radgett?
I knew as soon as it came out of my mouth that nothing would
You
come good
what?
from my
Who
sins.
framed
You
Robert
wanna say that
Radgett?
again, man?
Cooligan jets, lady.
Who framed
know
Robert
Robert
Radgett?
Robert Radgetts.
Please, any
Time
artists
classic
here,
in the community.
artists here, you need to draw Robert Radgett. You need to draw the movie poster for Robert Radgett.
Somebody needs to draw Roger. I'm begging right now. Somebody draw Roger Rabbit.
No, Robert Radgett.
Robert Radgett, sorry.
Listen, hon, I know Robert Radgett when I see him.
And this is him.
Don't ever speak again.
This
Someone who
is
has to know
it.
what it is.
I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement. Who the hell are you? And oh, I'll get angrier. Who the hell are you and why are you in my room, bitch? You have to add that with a bitch there. Why is that so tame?
Hey, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany. The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for an answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
God, you're really you have a lot of boob right there.
That she does.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, good on you, but you don't look like you're very thick. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
right?
I'm just
Talk about her ass, or
yeah, her ass. I mean, you'd expect it to
Listen.
go like out a bit more if she's she's got that going on for her, you know.
oh, you're right. You're right.
Not my type.
Not my type either. I mean, her hair is very nice, pretty. You can do a lot with that hair. There's so much braids you can do. So many cute hairstyles. All right. Anyway,
Nah.
Diana, demon.
What's that?
You're a demon. She just said she's a demon, but I'm gonna question this anyway. You're a demon, cause I'm a dumbass.
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
Oh,
Don't ever.
Get out! Don't ever do that again, John.
because you know for a fact that's the vibe you're getting from her.
Sex vibe.
Oh, what a big, strong boy.
Yeah.
Look at even the music behind it.
Yeah. What do you
You're
mean?
right.
Silly
She's.
girl. Succubus.
There you go.
I'm sorry, do you not want me to be myself? I will be in the corner from now
Badger
on.
Don't
By Robert
apologize.
Rabbit.
Robert Ratchet.
Robert Ratchet and me will just be in the corner.
She's a succubus. I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus. First incubi, now a succubus. Great. I had now met both genders of sex demons. You got the whole set. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty.
Okay. That's nice. Thank you.
But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
Actually, yeah, this girl's fucking retarded. I get
I
you.
don't like how she's speaking.
Q, are you into her? Q, did we just find a girlfriend for Q?
Q.
Q?
Q. Oh, ladies'
Ooh.
man over here.
Q, she's cute? Oh.
Oh, you like her?
Oh,
You
Q. 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 Q.
Yeah, that's their name.
Q-Town crazy.
I'm
Anyway,
aware of that.
I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition?
What?
Are we having like a beauty contest? Because you'd win. I mean, you're... Wow. You know, like, you know... Your eyes red? You're stealing my thing.
For the
Where's
boys,
your
of
tramp stamp?
course. They don't belong here,
What?
and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
See, I actually like Diana. I make fun of her, but in the second game, I kind of feel bad for her. So,
Why it's that?
you'll see in the
Oh,
second
we'll see
game.
in the second
You'll
game.
see in the second game.
Yeah.
This girl was
Yeah, I just
seriously
realized
pissing
that.
me off. Issue? What issue? They want to stay here, so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
Okay, yeah, I'm imprisoning them by having
But
by
they're
them
here on
making
their
me
own
food.
accord.
They can leave whenever the fuck they want. You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat?
Promise.
How cute.
It's a
What are you
promise.
going to do? Kill me?
And if I do,
You barely have the
I have a
strength
demon
to
who will.
stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
why would you do that though? What's the point of that? What do you get? You okay? I'll let that. Yes. Touch
yes.
me and I'll.
Enjoy every minute of it.
I
You're
don't
bold
like-
to assume you're that good. I've seen
I'm pretty
hookers
sure
with
this
more
is-
class than you.
Cat, this is rape right now.
She's not doing anything. I felt my body freeze and heat up to an almost painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy as Diana stepped me across my cheek. Ah, I get the whole rape vibe.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to the abyssal planes. Why?
Oh, geez.
So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in
What?
this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
Okay, no one calls me Pumpkin, except people in my life, because I might have red hair.
Except for me.
Yeah, you can
I
call me
it
Pumpkin. But,
Yay.
bitch. What?
I'll
I
call
nodded,
you
but-
Cat.
Go for that. I nodded
Good.
but growled. My rage couldn't be concealed. Don't feel. Don't let it show. Despite the hold I was under. You evil bitch.
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my
No,
way.
you
You just...
What?
You're forcing me.
you
You're
just
using,
threatened her life.
You're using
What?
your mind powers on me like a bitch. You're pretty evil, I guess. I felt Diana lean into my ear and whisper, making me unconsciously shiver in both pleasure and annoyance.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school. So make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
How about you suck my
Nah.
dick, you
That
entitled
line could have been
bitch?
done better.
Hold on a minute. Wait, what? What'd you like?
What?
What'd you say?
No, I said the line could have been done better.
It could have been done better, but that's okay.
Eee.
We're
That's
happy to
what
be
you're
here.
nitpicking right now.
That's what we're nitpicking.
Yeah, that's what we're nitpicking, not the anything else.
Of course, of course.
Huge rape vibes.
I felt my body move on its own to lay in bed and cover itself with my bed sheets. I glared at Diana the entire way down. Get fucked. Diana laughed at my futility. I'll get you.
Oh, please do.
I like
I'm
the
sorry.
whole glowing effect with you. Oh yeah, you recognize her from earlier in the game? What-
No.
That
I don't
remember that girl, the bitch who tripped us?
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Really? Why?
You remembered that now?
How does that even make sense?
But why? No. What?
So she was just there being a bitch for like a
whole
long
time?
time?
She
I
was
love
just
how in sync me and him are, but I just fucking hate him.
all
It
of a
doesn't make any sense though.
I don't know, man.
It
All of a
doesn't.
sudden,
She was there the whole time.
she was watching. She wasn't there. She wasn't.
Oh,
the
she's a
girl.
watcher now.
Yeah, she's the watcher. All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic, sending a
Who
violent,
watches the
scared
Watchmen?
shiver down my spine. Her red eyes practically illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
Hey, question.
I mean, you're already
Where's the
doing that.
boys at? I think they should have heard this whole ordeal going
Where
on.
the boys? Where the boys? Where the boys at?
I gritted my teeth trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been that tough. She needed energy to survive, right? I was sure she couldn't have enough power to hold me down forever. Dinah then laughed and returned to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here.
Why did you
I
show
want
up
my
anyway?
visit to be a surprise.
You could have just not came to me.
What does this do?
You could have just...
Why was this just to assert dominance?
It was literally just her
Yes,
assert
Davis.
T-posing on me. That's it. I felt the hold
I'm
of me
the
disappear. I'm the bottom, so I don't really care. Allow me to sit up and practically growl at Diana in rage. What?
Good for you, Davis.
Are you okay,
What?
Davis?
What?
Who was
I
making the
didn't
noise?
What? I didn't say anything. What? Be serious. What?
I just found it funny. Okay.
I heard I heard a
just found it
muffled
funny.
like sound. I'm like, what?
That was you, John.
I know. I just thought it was funny.
Allowing me to sit up and practically growl at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
And you must not care about your friends and family as much as you care for the boys.
Oh, you're gonna threaten my family? You can kill my dad. You can kill my friends. They're all assholes, really. I don't care. I stopped
Yeah.
and stared. What did she... My mom's nice, I think. My dad's a dickhead, but like... Anyway, I stopped and stared. What did she mean by that? Was that a threat to my family? Oh, it fucking was. Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you. And you'll be all alone in this little house until
Dad?
the day you die.
The dad
She-
doesn't care about her already, though.
Yeah, barely anybody except these people in my house already. I could feel fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that? The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. A human with a shield versus a devil was one thing. A human on her own versus a demon was another. How about you go tell the boys, like, right now. How about you just scream for help and they'll just come running in? and they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, doesn't Matthew? Wait, doesn't
Damien
already
can
know
read-
that? Yeah, Damien.
He can read minds.
Can't he feel this or something?
I think he's asleep.
They sleep?
They
Why do
can
need to
sleep.
if they don't?
They can.
But
They
why are
choose
they
to
sleeping?
sleep.
It helps get them energy too.
Okay.
It's kind of just
Okay.
something
Okay.
they say in the second game.
All
But
right,
I'll just tell you
I'll-
now.
I got it.
Like, you know, like it's like a luxury thing.
Have a good night.
Goodbye. And with that, Diana sank into the floor through a magic purple
Gone,
pentagram.
thought.
Gone thought, which disappeared as her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. If I had one problem, and now I had another. Instead of a crazy psycho devil who wanted to kill me and the boys, I had a succubus wanting to ruin my life, take the boys away. Could my life get any worse? It could. No, I wasn't gonna let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks, I know it. She kinda actually is, but like, I'll let that go. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before
What?
closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do. Why don't you just go fucking tell the boys right now? Actually, they're sleeping. I think that's more common sense and common decency. Hey guys, you were asleep last night. Thanks for the breakfast. A little crazy bitch kind of came in my room last night and covered my mouth and kind of had the whole rape vibe going for her. So like, how did you guys sleep?
The whole rape vibe.
I got rape vibes immediately.
I thought you were gonna say something else. That would've been hilarious.
What?
I'll tell you later. I let out a sigh.
What did you expect from me, Kat?
I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do, I was going to beat her. Eventually, the morning arrived, and the sun screamed to me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock once again, which was nice. No, it's not. Fuck the alarm clock. Fuck waking up earlier. I stretched out and quickly got dressed,
what I did.
getting ready for school. She expects me to say goodbye to the boys. I will say good morning, and we'll see them when I come back, because why the fuck would they go back? Now no way I'm going to say goodbye. Fantastic. Okay. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room, seeing the boys already eating a delicious selection of food. The smell made my stomach growl wildly as the sight of food drew me to walk further into the room. Hey guys!
Good morning, miss. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, slept fantastic. I got sexually assaulted
Hey,
last
Damien,
night.
when are you gonna point out?
Look at him. He's already angry. He's already pointed it out. Before I could lie, hiding the incident in the back of my mind, Damien furrowed his eyebrows and stopped eating because of the whole mind reading thing. Because he can read fucking
Yay.
minds.
You
She's
dumb
here.
skunk.
The boys looked at Damien in confusion while I cursed his ability silently in my mouth.
Damien, what's up with you? Of course she's here. She kinda owns the house.
Damien looked to me, wanting me to explain for him. However, the threats that Diana gave me last night warned me to keep my mouth shut. Fuck her. Damien pressed his lips together into a... Just fuck her, I'll tell you. The other boys looked at me with a raised eyebrow. Well, a girl named Diana came by last night. And by came by, I mean that she broke into my fucking room and was on top of me when I woke up.
Diana, is she important?
Did she try to hurt you?
You know, I got the whole rape vibe.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. She said she would knock me into a coma. And she's a succubus. That single word made the boys stop and stare at me. I looked at each boy, unsure what was going through their minds. Should I have avoided it? Avoiding it is just dumb, but okay.
So, she's come to try and bring us back.
She must really be desperate.
Well, what should we do now?
Nothing. She'll give up eventually.
Will she?
The boys continued to look at me as if I knew the answer to that question. Damn it, Damien. Q was right. Her entire vibe was just a rape vibe. She said if
I told you it was.
It is. She said if I told you, she'd make my life a living hell. She can't possibly do that, right? She's not a devil.
No, she isn't. However, she is a very powerful demon.
She's a master of mind manipulation and has been trained in illusion. Unlike other demons who use strength to get power, she uses her charisma.
So she just is all talk. But her talk is actually shit she can do. Okay.
She has the power to make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. That's why she's so obsessed with us.
I don't see the connection at all.
I don't either.
She has the power to make armies bow and obey her every whim. Does not equal. That's why she's obsessed with us. That does not equal that at all.
Yeah.
In my head. What do you mean?
Well, she sorta has family ties to us. She was promised to marry one of us in exchange for more power.
Oh.
She's just some whacked up
Okay.
hussy who doesn't know how to close her legs. She's not a real threat.
The honesty.
That's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
really? I feel insulted.
Who let you back in? Go back outside.
Who let the dog door open?
Who left the fucking door open?
Here, you slut.
Who are
Here,
you,
slut.
You want a dickie?
You want a dickie? Someone needs to draw the best moments of this fucking stream, okay? It makes my day.
I would love that.
The boys and I looked around. Just John like waving a little like dick treat. Just here, son. Do you want a dick treat? You want a dick treat?
Dickie. You want said what a dickie?
Come on, girl.
The boys and I looked around the room, wondering where the voice came from. I felt cold sweat run down the back of my neck in fear, remembering what kind of power she had. We all clump up over here. Hey, at last we saw Diana by the entrance of the kitchen, juggling a single red apple in her hand as she leaned. Who gave you the right to touch my food, bitch? The boys quickly surrounded me, glaring at the intruder. Thank you.
So, you took up a human name as well.
Beautiful name, isn't it? Well, for a human name, anyway.
I guess it is. Your
I
necklace
guess.
really makes me angry, though. I'm sorry. Look at her necklace.
The necklace makes you angry.
Look at it. Anyway,
What the
I
hell
don't know how to feel about them in general.
To bring you back?
No, it's
still
just
up.
getting like. Oh, it's just getting laggy.
It's still there though.
okay. I'm just making sure I don't want it to, like, I don't want to lose progress.
It's okay. Okay, I think it's back. It's back.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Wow.
I'm so sorry that it's laggy for everybody. I can't really control that. It's my internet here on campus. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Can't you get your own router thing?
I don't know how to.
Oh, Bobby.
I'm sorry. I'm not the best. But is it better now?
It's okay. Yeah, I just the stream quality is a bit. No, that's just me. No, yeah, it's good now. It's good. It's good.
It says right now video output low.
No, I'm playing it in 1080 now. And I'm back at 360 because I don't want to waste all the bandwidth.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well,
Bobby.
keep an eye on it for me, okay? Just
Yeah,
interrupt me. What?
Okay, I'll keep an eye.
What, John?
What
We're
the
just
fuck?
agreeing.
It's
John,
not,
are you
just
alright?
Sucked in air. What? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Keep going. Yeah, nothing happened. You guys are weird. Why are you calling me out?
Did you choke on something?
Nope.
Choking on some cock right now. Apparently.
Nope.
Holy, I'm level 71 now.
We focus on the stream.
My
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
My God.
So yeah, she forgot Damien has the mind reading ability and would fucking call it out. Diana pushed off from the archway and walked towards us, making the boys step closer to me in a protective circle. Diana laughed.
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
Bitch.
How could you tell that from what? Why is that important?
No.
Why is that
Okay.
important?
I feel like
All right.
as soon as she says
Weird
this,
flex.
if I'm in this situation, as soon as she says that, I'd be like, and that matters how? None of them have tried
So
to
I'm
fuck
tighter
me.
than you?
None of them have tried to fuck me,
Stupid bitch.
and they don't
I
care
love
if
it.
I'm
This doesn't make
pretty?
any sense.
I love it. I don't know what you're talking about. It makes
She's
plenty
still
of
a
sense.
virgin. You fucking
Never
dick
again.
dipshit.
I mean,
Never
yeah,
again
she's
do
never
that.
had a boyfriend or a girlfriend before. I can imagine she's still a virgin.
Wow.
Good call.
Yeah, but like, I have no idea why it matters
What does
so
it matter?
much.
Because she's a succubus and they're incubus. They're incubi, so it's like, hey, we fuck all
They
the
value
time.
themselves off their body and sex.
Let me just tell you, I don't do that. So get fucked, please. Oops.
It's so stupid.
My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment. Yeah, why are you gonna out my sexual experience, man? What the fuck? I'm not gonna do shit
Hey
on
yo,
that though.
cats.
I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit about it. Diana chuckled and smirked at me, knowing that I wanted to hit her, but I have control of myself because I'm not a stupid bitch.
Such control you have, human. You know your place very well.
No, this is just the equivalent of like.
What?
This is just the equivalent of trying to fight Godzilla in terms of power. You're apparently much. You're a demon. You have abilities to like knock me into a coma. Apparently, so I'd rather not. I didn't control the growl that escaped my throat, however. Grr, roar, XD.
Well, will you all change your minds?
Oh, woo.
I assure you, it's for the greater good.
I expected the boys to say no. What I heard was complete silence. None of the boys replied to Diana, which made me both nervous and fearful as to why. Diana leaned her head back a bit, surprised for a different reason.
No. Well, I see.
Yeah, if they say no, then they're all looking still angry. I'd say they're still not okay with going back. Was silence
Pretty
truly
sure.
them saying no to her? I looked around at the boys and saw that disobedience in their eyes, giving me my answer. I felt my heart flutter, especially when my eyes landed on Sam. Oh yeah, because I chose Sam. I forgot. He kept close to me, glaring daggers into Diana. I could feel that he was completely adamant in his choice to stay. I don't know what. But I was incredibly happy to know he wanted to stay. Diana sighed and pressed a finger to her temple, rubbing it gently.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
Why would they be playing hard to get this bad? I just don't think they want to fuck you, lady. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Diana then
I don't
looked
like
to
fucking
me,
bitches.
locking her gaze with mine as if to read me. I could tell she wanted me to do something, but the boys would stop her, so the stare was the only available action. After a small moment of silence, Diana licked her lips before breaking the gaze battle and smiling to the boys around me.
Very well. I guess I'll take my leave now.
What? Her leave? Was she serious? The boys around me straightened up and grew with confused looks on their face. Yeah, you look confused. You look confused. You look confused. You look confused. You look like you want to kill somebody.
Jesus Christ.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody could see Damien. I'm so sorry. Look at those eyes.
Pissed.
He just looks like he wants to kill everybody.
He's ready to.
I think so.
That's the face of a man with no.
Sorry,
no
I had
regrets.
to move. I was moving everything back.
Your
All right.
face thing.
I was moving my face thing to show off what the boys look like.
Yeah.
I forgot they couldn't see that. Anyway, the boys around me straightened up and grew confused looks at their faces as Diana stepped back and away from us with a small bow, flaunting her cleavage. Of course, if you got it flaunted, I'm not gonna. Don't judge her for that. Look at those. They're beautiful. Are those D cups? Are they C cups? They look like they're like D cups, girl. Like.
I don't know. I need a comparison. Cat.
What? With another word, a deep purple pentagram appeared under her feet, and Diana's body slowly sank into the floor. As her head vanished into the floor, the pentagram vanished. At once, the boys relaxed and slowly began to return to their spots at the table, each in deep thought.
She'll be back, but she won't kill us. She needs us alive.
Whatever. We'll just keep saying no. She can't force us to come back.
She can't do anything but annoy us. Eventually, she'll give up.
That's the hope, anyway.
Hopefully. Sam walked over to me and placed a hand on my shoulder, looking at me with concern.
If she comes after you, you need to tell us, okay?
I'm not gonna take this on by myself. I'm not retarded. Sure, dude. I
I'll
nodded.
do this by myself.
I want to do this by myself. Fuck you. No. I nodded, knowing
Power
that
of
he
anime,
wanted to protect me.
God.
Sam gently took his hand from my shoulder and very gently moved a strand of hair from my face, however, making me blush and forget what I was thinking about. Aw, that's sweet. A sound of collective chuckles and playful snickers whispered through the air, making me blush even more. As Sam grunted in reply, the laughter stopped. I looked up to see that he was glaring at his brothers, a fist forming in his hand, ready to swing at one of them. It's fair. You're an anime. Wait, what is DDD? I don't know, man. He and I pulled away from each other. Just as the sound of Naomi's car appeared, I quickly ate my food, which is just shoving toast in my mouth, and I'm running out the door like an anime girl, and left, confident that nothing was going to happen. Never ever say that nothing will happen before the day is over. I avoided talking about the ride back home yesterday, saying that the ride was just a one-time thing. I'll be riding with you guys from now on, to and from school. Let's hope you guys never hate me and, like, leave me stranded one day, or, like, you know, you get sick one day, or whatever. The girls seemed very happy.
Yeah.
We entered the school, quickly gathering our things from our lockers and headed to class. There were no events, to our surprise. History wasn't exactly fun, but our teacher was great. At least he would have been great if he was in class that day. Naomi and Suzu took their seats around me. Suzu in front of me, Naomi beside me, before the class bell rang and the class was greeted by the dean.
Students, you'll be having a substitute for class today. Everyone meet
Miss Diana.
Bitch, can you not interfere with my education? This is the sacred ground. This is church, okay? You don't mess with my education, woman. Oh, well, hello. You didn't even change. You didn't even get in disguise for this. You're just wearing a fucking... That slit is touching your ass. It is above her ass. The slit, I'm just noticing this now. You're in the school with a slit. The slit dress, that is...
Holy shit.
Okay. My heart stopped. At the door with the dean was Diana, looking over the students and smirking as her eyes landed on me. She strutted to the teacher's desk and ignoring or welcoming the whispers from the other students before sitting on the wood and crossing her legs.
Thank you, Dean. You can go now.
With a wave of Diana's hand, the dean left the classroom, closed the door, and left the area. Diana smiled at us, making my stomach turn. What was she going to do?
So, history. History. Such a silly thing, isn't it?
It sounds like she's about to fuck a
I
textbook.
mean, what do we care about the past? We're in the present.
The rest of the class, including Naomi and Suzu, hesitantly nodded in agreement, unsure about this new teacher, but willing to listen to more of what she had to say.
The present is so full of wonderful things. While the labors of the past are the reason we have many things, it is our chance and privilege to utilize what has been given to us.
Her charm was almost infectious. The class was practically starting to eat out of her hand. I looked around to see classmates grinning and agreeing with Diana. I pressed my lips together as I listened further. I had no choice. Now, let me just clarify real quick to those who aren't following along. She's a demon who has charisma powers. She can manipulate anybody into doing whatever she wants. That's her ability. She just can make people do what she wants. She went to my school, told Dean, I'm going to teach class today. I'm teaching this class. And
They
she's
were
like,
just like, yeah.
all right, I guess you are. And like,
What's even funnier about human beings is that some of the bits of history we hear as either made up or completely biased to one side. It's like a story you read as a child.
as a child.
You hear of the princess and the prince, and they live happily ever after. But what about the family she left behind? What of her friends?
The students listened and agreed intently to her words. I could tell, however, that these words were all targeted at me.
The original story of the Little Mermaid.
Oh,
a
bitch,
perfect
let's
example
go.
of biased opinion.
How's that? Okay.
Here we have a girl who thinks she can be with this prince, but this prince has to marry a princess.
Yeah, but also the story was for a guy, made by a guy who wanted to.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was. The author was doing this because he was in love with this man who was engaged to a woman.
Oh.
You don't even know the story, slut.
I know the story. I don't know the story about the
I'm
author.
talking about the character, not you.
What would happen if the mermaid had her way? What makes the mermaid so important that the princess has to
she
suffer
did
the
get her way.
It
consequences?
doesn't matter
She
what
did
happens
get
to the
her way, though.
princess.
What?
No, in the book she didn't. The rest of the class turned their heads to me. She didn't. Naomi and Suzu looked at me with equally surprised looks. I kept my eyes to Diana. If I was the mermaid, I wasn't gonna let the princess take my prince away. Diana stared at me. Why'd you even want Sam? He will actually snap your neck. Before smiling and turning her body
You're the one
fully
who
to
wanted
face me.
this.
Oh? And why does it not matter?
The story isn't about the princess. The story is about the mermaid and the prince.
Ah, but that is exactly my point. While the story talks about the mermaid and the prince's romance, we don't see the problems of the kingdom the prince rules. While we are all fixated with this love story, we ignore the fact the kingdom would fall apart without the marriage between the prince and princess.
She kept her eyes to me as she spoke. I knew she wanted to make her words stick in my mind, but I didn't listen. It was one thing to be a fictional story, it was another to try and ruin someone's life for selfishness. Diana chuckled and looked back to the class.
Well, luckily in the real story of the Little Mermaid, the mermaid knows that what she was doing was wrong, and she threw herself into the ocean, turning into sea foam.
That is actually not how that fucking happens. Some of the students that surrounded me mumbled in surprise, obviously not knowing the real story. However, Diana was wrong once again. That's not true. Once again, the class looked to me and Diana faced with another smile. I like the Little Mermaid, bitch. I will correct you, even if this is a fucking video game.
Not true. How so?
The trade-off for becoming human was marrying the prince or turning into sea foam. However, she was also given the choice to kill the prince and turn back into a mermaid. The mermaid didn't because she loved him and sacrificed herself for that love. That is the story worth telling, not some princess getting her way, but a tragedy that had befallen on a girl who only wanted love. Yeah. And also, every step she took was like she was walking on glass, and the prince liked to see her dance, so she would suffer through the pain of walking on glass just to, of dancing for him. So get fucked, bitch, okay? Don't even step on my Disney knowledge. Don't even step on my Little Mermaid knowledge. I will kill you. Onto the sea, bitch. The class applauded me with Suzu giving a weasel punch to my shoulder, and Naomi smiling at my logic. Diana, however, finally grew an almost angered face at me. You get angry, bitch.
Interesting. So what you are saying is that the princess should be given no mind.
The story is not about the princess. The story is about the mermaid, and the mermaid should have gotten her prince.
Even at the risk of a kingdom falling apart?
Even if the entire world Even if the entire world fell apart around them, duty does not overrule love, and the princess needs to realize this. The applause that, yeah, bitch, you need to realize you gotta step off my man, or I'm about to, kick your ass.
Kill you.
I will kill you. The applause that followed that intensified with whoops and hollers. I felt a wave of confidence roll through my body. Diana wasn't gonna win. I wasn't gonna let her. Yeah, that happens for sure. It's such an r/that happens story. Diana then stopped talking and looked to the clock on the wall, reading it quickly. This class had barely begun. Why was she looking at the time? Diana then leaned against the blackboard and smiled to us. I became worried.
You know what? School isn't important. Everyone, go ahead and head home. Take the week off.
You are just ruining the schedule for the entire year because you want to be petty against me.
What?
The students suddenly began to chat happily or in confusion of the situation. Many thought it was a dream come true, others knew better. Before anyone could protest, however, Diana pressed a finger to her lips and counted down with her fingers in the air. 3, 2, 1. The speakers of the classroom gently awoke, giving us an announcement we would never believe.
Attention students. Due to an emergency faculty meeting, we will be closing school for the remainder of the day and this entire week. Please leave the school quickly and quietly and have a good rest of the week.
You just fucked with the finals schedule. You fucked with my summer schedule.
What?
You fucked with the entire school schedule. You fucking bitch.
Just because you're fucking petty.
She used her
fucking
powers on them.
Hole.
Damn it, I felt the need to stop her, but how could I stop a demon in the middle of a public area? Diana smiled before gesturing to the door.
Have a nice week off. School will resume next week.
Many of the students filed out, chatting to each other about the new impromptu plans. Suzu was beyond happy, but Naomi was hesitant. I'm Suzu in this case. If I did not know what the fuck's going on, bitch, I am sleeping in for a week, Before we could pack up and leave, however, Diana stepped up to us.
Excuse me, little miss. I'd like you to stay a little while. There's something we need to discuss.
As Diana looked to Suzu and Naomi, she snapped her fingers, making my friends tense up.
You two can head home. Don't worry about your friend until next week, okay? If you contact her, she won't reply, so don't bother. If she contacts you, ignore her, because she's just fine.
I kind of just want to talk to my friends some point during the week, but alright, go off, do what you want.
It's your choice. I'm sorry.
As if on command, Suzu and Naomi left the room. I tried to march after them, but Diana stepped in my path, warning me with her eyes that if I followed, there would be hell to pay. I had lost my 2 friends, at least for the week. Diana and I were alone, just like she wanted. I slammed my hands on the desk in front of me and glared at Diana. What the fuck are you doing and what are you thinking?
What? Do I not make a good teacher? I figured you should have a little lesson, so I took matters into my own hands.
I literally know nothing from this class. I already knew about the Little Mermaid. So, you just wasted my time. Whatever you're trying to do won't work.
You really think so, dear? And what makes you so sure about that?
What was making me so sure? Why was I confident? Were the boys worth this? My thoughts began to fill with doubt. All of the uncertainties about this whole ordeal began to cloud my mind. If the boys were found out, there'd be hell to pay. Was it worth it? What about Diana? What would she do to me? Would she make my parents forget about me completely? Would she ruin my friends' lives out of spite? In my gut, I felt a stone of confidence try to fight back, but the heaviness of my thoughts began to dissolve that stone little by little. What was going on with me? I don't know. Let's look at the fucking demon who's able to do that. I looked up to Diana once again to see her gaze boring into my eyes. She was using her powers on me. This time, I was away from home, so I couldn't escape. Or could I? Did I want to? The way she stared at me made me feel warm and fuzzy on inside my chest. I felt like melting. She's hot, yeah, but I don't want to fuck her, man. I don't.
I don't want to fuck it.
Diana lifted a hand under my chin and ran her thumb over my lips. Licking her own, I could feel little shots of energy zipping from under my skin into my chin where she held me.
Now, let's
I don't
have
like
a
this
little
comment.
taste of that
I don't like this
sweet,
statement. I don't
sexual
I don't
energy.
like that at all.
I don't like that either.
I watched as she leaned in, ready to kiss me and take my energy. Half of my body felt elation at the idea. The other half completely rejected it and didn't want her to even touch me. I'm fully on the other half. Sam. Suddenly, Diana stopped in her tracks.
Sam, who is...
Then it dawned on her.
Ah, one of the boys. Why don't you tell me which boy is Sam?
I felt myself not in compliance. The third. Diana giggled in reply before letting go of my face and stepping back with her fucking slip that is hitting her ass cheek.
Really? The brute? With you?
I nodded once again, but this time it was partially my own decision to reply. Diana let out a sound that mimicked a cat's purr before stepping away from me.
Alright then. Well, if it's the brute you're infatuated with, you should really rethink your romantic options.
Can you, rethink your whole, going after me thing?
Weren't you the one that wanted
Let's
to...
workshop
okay.
this, okay? Let's workshop
You know,
trying to go
let's
after
take
me.
a step back.
Let's
workshop
What's
this.
the point of it? Sweetie, let's talk. Who's hurting you?
Was it your father? I wouldn't be surprised.
My dad. It's just my dad bitch slapped me a couple days ago, man. I get it. Diana chuckled before kissing my nose, where I felt a shot of energy zap out of my body, almost making me dizzy in recoil. Diana then turned to the desk and sat on the wood, crossing her legs.
You can go now. Remember, no class for the rest of the week.
I remember, but how am I supposed to get home because the two chuckle fucks you had to leave are my ride, so...
Oh, were they your ride? My apologies. Let me help then.
Diana then lifted her hand and snapped her fingers. I suddenly felt the floor sink from underneath me, forcing me to look down. A purple pentagram surrounded my feet, pulling me into the ground. I would be like, what the fuck, instead of this comment here, what the fuck? Before I could fight, however, I sank fully into the floor, fading into darkness and shutting my eyes. As I opened them, I felt my silk sheets around me, soothing my anxiety from the darkness that had previously surrounded me. What the fuck? Why did Diana bring me home? Was this an illusion? Was I being tricked? Was something going on? I sat up in bed looking around me. I was indeed in my room. There was no mistake about that. Why? Diana is fucking weird. Was this a game? Was this a part of her plan to get the boys back? I was lost and confused more than ever, despite my logical thought trying to piece the puzzle that is Diana together. The more I tried to solve her, the less I understood about the situation I was in, because I don't know shit. Nobody's telling me anything.
I don't know anything.
I was interrupted, however, by my door suddenly opening, revealing the boys with Damien's hand on the doorknob.
Miss, what are you doing here?
Aren't you supposed to be in school?
I just thought I'd drop in.
Yeah.
Get it? Because I came from the ceiling and dropped on my bed. Just thought I'd drop in. How's it going? I'm on my bed.
You doing well?
You doing well?
Great.
You want to get some chicken tendies? We could just have a picnic on my bed.
You want to just hang out sometimes?
I furrowed my
Maybe.
eyebrows and
See
stared
how
at
things
Damien.
go?
asking him to answer their questions through my thoughts. Like, please. Please.
Diana sent her back here. She invaded her school and sent all the students back home.
Yeah, dude.
What is that bitch up to?
God.
Seriously, Diana's playing around for no reason.
Maybe it's part of her plan.
Boys continue to argue back and forth about Diana, fueling an almost jealous curiosity in me. Damien seemed to be too deep with the talking to notice my thoughts, for he didn't even stop talking alongside his brothers. Why was Diana after them? Why did she want to bring them back? What was so important about the boys that she would travel to the human world to get them? The human world. What was going on? I decided enough was enough. I needed answers, because I'm in this shithole, I might as well get answers. Hey? The boys stopped arguing, staring at me in surprise. I held my hands in fists on my lap, mustering the courage to continue to speak. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation about your whole thing, but, like, why is Diana here? Why does she want to bring you all back?
I don't know.
What exactly did you run from, and why did you run from it?
Miss, we...
No, okay, don't... Okay, I'm in the shithole now. I was just yeeted from my school and quicksanded into this, to my bed. I'd like to just, know what's going on, so I know what I'm going through, okay? The boys looked at each other hesitantly, unsure of what to reply. Finally, Sam pushed Damien towards the bed, making him buckle and land on his knees with his torso hanging over the edge of the mattress.
Damien, do the thing.
The what? The thing?
Do the thing!
Do it!
What
Do
thing?
the thing!
Sam, you're not
The thing.
suggesting.
Do the
Why
thing!
not? She deserves to know everything, especially if Diana is targeting her.
I do.
Sam's right.
I guess we have no choice then.
I was getting confused. What was Damien about to do? Damien stood before climbing onto the bed with me, sitting across from me on his knees. This is the backstory. And you're gonna find this hilarious in some parts. In fact, let me actually just change the size of my, can I just, is it still good? I'll just put that right there. My camera. It's pretty small
Pretty
at the
sure,
moment.
yeah.
Is it okay? I changed the size of my camera. Just a little bit. There we go. That's
It's
good.
okay, Bobby.
That's good. Okay, here we go. I just want you to see
Yeah.
Damien just for this, okay? Yeah, thank you for telling me to save. I'll save right now.
Yeah, actually, you might want to say.
Yeah, okay.
You could probably put it at the bottom of the screen, couldn't you?
I could,
Like
actually.
the bottom left or something.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. I'm covering up someone's, dick here. Hello, I am the dick. You get the joke?
You're a little dicky right now.
I'm Lil Dicky. Okay. Alright, so.
We're going to show you everything. You have to trust me, okay? The minute you stop trusting me, the vision will stop.
Vision.
You want to know, right? Trust him.
That didn't answer shit. I'd like an explanation before we get into this, but alright. I looked to Sam, unsure of what was going on, but I nodded. If this was to be the only way to learn, then this is my chance to know. Damien gently placed his hands on each side of my head, gently pressing his thumbs into the skin above my eyebrows. I could only stare at Damien as his eyes began to glow gold, and energy began to be pulled out of me and enforced into my head. Within seconds, my vision went black once again. I was unsure of what Damien was doing, but soon shapes and textures slowly began to appear around me. I found myself sitting on a stone floor in the middle of what looked like a fantasy throne room. Where am I? I looked down at myself to stand, only to see my body as translucent as a ghost. That's fucking sick. I jumped up and inspected my hands in sudden panic. I was see-through. Why? What was going on? I'm in spectator mode, guys.
Oh my god!
How dare they try to negotiate?
Cheating, you're a
hacker!
Do they not know whom they speak to?
I gasped and ran behind a nearby pillar away from the voice. The sound of his anger and words frightened every bone in my body, turning me into a frightened child.
My lord, please calm yourself. Calm? They're merely testing my resolve. I have more than half of a mind to send my greatest armies to take what should be mine. They are mere insects in the way of my kingdom's expansion.
They merely asked for a marriage joining.
So I'm to bow to them and share my land that I have so rightfully conquered?
Oh, girl, he's wearing
Yeah, that's right.
Lululemons. He's got Lululemons on. Shit. Alright.
Girl.
Oh, girl. I peeked out from behind the pillar to see a large demon covered in royal clothes, but buff enough to be a military commander. His rage practically emanated from his body as he growled at his servant.
They are willing to give their land to you, sire. All they ask is for one of your sons to marry their daughter, whom I might add is as beautiful as can be.
This is ridiculous! To suggest that I need their approval to take their land is beyond insanity. What makes them think I care about their precious daughter?
Did I mention that she is a prodigy of her kind, sire?
You do not look like a fucking succubus or an incubus. I don't know what the fuck you're on about, but I would rather kill
What
myself.
is that thing?
I think that's an imp demon.
A
Maybe?
prodigy?
Yes, my lord. This succubus is a master of her skills in magic and mind manipulation. She is said to sway armies with a snap of her fingers, despite being as young as she is.
Impossible!
If only it were, sire. This succubus is dangerous, but would be a great asset to have should we agree to this arrangement. The only reason she cannot phase you, my lord, is because you are the strongest demon in the plains.
Oh, just fucking stroke his dick while you're doing his ego, right?
Is this supposed to change
You're
my
not
mind?
the one manipulating here?
Yes, my lord.
You are doing a terrible job at convincing me.
My
Oh.
apologies, sire.
I was lost. I could tell that they were talking about Diana, but why?
Father.
I quickly turned my head to see another demon who looked like a mere child staring at the demon commander on the throne. Father.
Ah, Raystrow, have you finished your training?
Yes, Father.
Then what do you want?
I want to be with my brothers the best of the day, Father.
The demon commander walked to the young demon and gripped his hair, picking him off the ground and forcing him to look up at his snarf. Okay, you just picked your fucking kid up by the hair? Alright.
Yeah.
That's the demon world, okay? The young demon, however, looked unfazed.
Huh. Arrogance. Why should I allow you to be with them? I should kill you for your lack of respect to me.
Because I want to be with them, Father.
I can only stare
Hey,
as the
stepmom, how you
young
doing?
demon faced his father. Despite the massive difference between them, this young demon seemed weaker and easier to kill versus the demon commander. Why would this man kill his son, though? Was this commander that ruthless? However, I wasn't expecting him to laugh and release the young demon.
Good! Assertive even in the face of danger. That is why you are my favorite son.
Okay, chill. Let's calm down. I can only stare wide-eyed at as the commander placed his son on the demon's shoulder.
Very well. Go. Tomorrow, you will show me your training.
The little demon grinned wildly before running off.
I have a thought.
Yes, my lord?
How old is this daughter?
As old as your 5th, sire.
Oh, so old as Damien, then.
Do you believe this proposal is worth it?
Yes, sire.
Tell those insects that they are safe for now. I will consider their offer.
Sire, are you certain?
Did I stutter? Now
Bitch,
go!
did he stutter? Chill. The demon servant quickly ran off, but as soon as he passed the pillar I was hiding behind, he, along with the commander, vanished into thin air. The fuck? What had happened? I didn't get through the time. They get the time to try and figure that out before a demon who looks around my
Your
age.
character's an idiot.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going through time. It's kind of concerning. You know, I don't know what the fuck's happening either. Walked into the
Yeah.
room reading a book. Is that?
Raystrow, your nose is stuck in those books. Will you not lift your head up from them once in a while?
Christopher, you're not good at playing young kids. That voice. I circled on the pillar to see a second demon leaning against another pillar and smirking at Raystrow.
Aren't you supposed to be with your mother practicing the harpsichord?
I am, but I had a feeling that you were in danger.
In danger? What are you—
Attack!
All of a sudden, three shadows zipped through the room and slammed into Raystrow, forcing him to fall to the ground and drop his book. As the sight cleared for me, there were three other demons in a dog pile with Raystrow at the bottom.
Get up! No way! You haven't had a break in months from those stupid books. It's time for punishment!
Death by brotherhood! No more reading!
That was cute, Jonah. Alright.
I told you that you were in danger.
I suddenly knew who these demons were. It's the boys. No shit, fucking idiot. Even in the demon world, their brotherly connection was astounding. They were merely younger versions of themselves. One of the demons, who I assumed was Matthew, grabbed the book from the floor and opened it, reading it mockingly.
How can you read this, Raistero? It's all about war strategy. It's boring.
I have to, Zakeru. Get it off!
There's only one thing you need to know about strategy. Kill them all. Take no prisoners.
You sound just like father.
It literally sounds... I couldn't help but giggle. It was cute to see them acting childish with each other. Eventually, James managed to push his brothers off of him and stand brushing himself off.
You all are reckless.
At least we have fun.
It's true. You haven't been with us in weeks. Don't you think it's time for a break?
I'm sure Father won't mind.
Oh, he will fucking mind. If we went off last time where he just picked up his son by the fucking hair, I think he'll mind.
His favorite?
Yeah, that was his favorite.
Damn it.
What is going on here?
I shot my head to the voice of the commander, aged a little, staring at the boys with his arms across his chest. Damien quickly dashed and hid behind Sam, peeking over his shoulder to see the large commander. Can I tell you about Damien?
Go ahead.
He's the bastard son. His
Oh.
mom is not a queen, is not married to the demon lord. His mom is actually a slave.
Oh, that's nice. That's great.
So,
Some nice shit right there.
Damien was supposed to die, but the brothers were like, nah, fam, we got you. Stick with us, man. And he's like, fuck, okay.
Nothing is going on. We just passed by each other.
Then why does your brother have your book?
I was showing him what I was learning, Father.
Return to your studies, Ray Stroud. The rest of you out of my sight. Do not disturb your brother again.
Okay, chill. I can only stare as James gently took his book back, and without looking at his brothers, returned to reading. The commander walked past the remaining brothers, growling at Sam and Damien before leaving the room. What was up with that?
Don't worry about it. We'll find a way to get him back.
I don't know. He's on a very tight leash.
Ezreal, you're quiet. What did you hear?
Israel. I haven't heard that name
He's
ever.
going to a negotiation
Oh, someone
meeting.
subscribed.
He's going to arrange a
Nice.
marriage.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you, buddy.
A
Appreciate
marriage?
it.
For who?
Oh, that one person just subscribed.
It must be for one of us.
He hasn't decided who will marry her. It's a girl from a kingdom he wants to take over.
But that's uncharacteristic of him. Usually he'd just attack with the army.
Whatever the case is, one of us is getting married.
I hope it isn't me.
What about Ray Strau? He's the eldest.
Probably.
It would make sense, but having a succubus marrying one of us means that she'll be practically married to all of us.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with succubi, too. That's cool.
How do you know this?
I've played both the games a lot, because I made Bunny play it, I made Blake play it, I made Jim play it, so I'm well aware of all the lore in this game.
Well, what should we do?
Understandable.
I don't remember any of it now, though. I just remember the lore parts, not the story. Before the conversation could continue, the boys vanished into thin air, fading into different colored mist. They were replaced by an older Damien and Matthew, sitting with each other in the middle of the throne room.
Do you think we should?
They're all wearing
Kill 'em all.
Lululemons.
The fuck? I looked to my phone, Cat.
What the hell is this?
No
They're
shit,
demons,
Cat.
dude.
Look down at my phone. I looked back up, and now we got gay porn.
They're not. There's no dicks.
It looks like gay
Oh,
porn.
sure, there's not.
What you doing, step
Anyway,
bro?
it gets worse.
I really want to.
I want to as well. Still.
Stop!
It'll be hard to convince Raistero, since he's the one about to be married, and he's the favorite.
We don't know that, Zakeru. Maybe she's set to marry you.
No way! I don't want to get married.
I don't think you'll have a problem with
This is
that
the
baby
best
face
part.
of yours.
Look at his fucking horns.
Wait, question, Cat, please. So when he was turning into that demon thing, when he was punching the guy, is this what he turned into?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
Can I just
Oh my
say?
God.
Can I just say that?
John needs to step away. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just say real quick that each of the boys have their own specific kinks. like sexual kinks.
Why?
And Sam's is that you touch his horns while you're fucking, and it's like handlebars.
Cat.
I read that on the wiki. I looked over to see
Oh my
Sam join
God.
the duo, crossing his arms and raising an eyebrow at his brothers.
What are you two talking about?
We got into contact with the human world again.
Come on, Ezreal. Give humans too much attention.
No way, you gotta listen. They apparently have stores and books and schools and stuff.
You have books down here, though.
So what? It's full of humans who piss on each other for no reason. They're no better than the devil spawn.
Okay, thanks, I guess.
Is that your
Nuh-uh, the one we were talking to wasn't like that.
How do you know, Sakeru?
Because I do!
What is going on here?
Hi.
It keep getting worse.
I mean, there's still one
Oh
more
my
brother that's gotta show up.
They want to go to the human world.
The human world?
Oh my god, Damien is the Little Mermaid.
Why is...
He is.
He wants to go to the human world.
Raisuro, think about it. You won't have to marry that girl and be the heir anymore. You could be with us, and we can make lives for ourselves in the new world.
Now you're just talking nonsense.
I vote that we do it.
Wow, alright. Hello, Eric.
Okay.
Question, if their legs weren't black and they were showing us what the legs were going on, are their dicks just hanging out? Are they just...
Probably.
I never thought about that. I don't feel like their legs are
Probably,
black, though.
Cat.
That's hilarious, actually.
I don't want to think about their dicks hanging out right now.
Huh?
They're all goats.
Oh, not you two.
They're demons, it's the whole point.
Think about it.
Goats.
This may be our chance to finally get away from this political nonsense we're stuck in. We may be nobles, but we're still our own beings.
I like how Matthew's horns are the smallest.
I think it goes to show their dick size, right?
No, actually, I don't think that's how it works. I
Yeah,
think
it does.
Let me look it up. I don't want to look
Are
it
you
up.
actually gonna look it up? Cat, I was joking.
Well, she wasn't.
joking.
Seduce Me The Otome.
So Sam's a
wiki.
penetrator, right?
What?
So Sam's a penetrator, right?
Like every one of these guys are tops.
I know, but like...
So what are you asking?
Probably just shoves it in. Probably just shoves it in.
Yeah, I think that's how sex works, Davis.
Oh.
Have you not had the talk with him yet, Kat?
What's the talk?
I'll be back. Come on, Davis.
What are we doing, John, in the bed?
What are you doing, Step Bro?
And you've learned all you need to know. You've learned all you need to know. Good job.
I gotta find this out now.
God damn it.
This is gonna be my search history.
It is.
Oh,
Demon
oh,
size
someone
cock.
found it out. Okay, FAQ, where is it?
Really?
Someone.
Why? Why would you do this?
I gotta find out now.
Aren't they all
Why?
from the same person? Like genetics
It's
wise,
been an
shouldn't they all
hour.
be
You've
the
been streaming
same?
for an hour.
This is
sweetie.
important to know.
Horn size indicates dick size.
No, it's not.
How would you know what their dick sizes are? What?
Why is this important to you?
It's not. I'm just confused as to why Cat's looking it up now. It was a one offhanded joke.
No, now I'm very curious because I don't even know.
Cat, I don't think they have that on the wiki.
They don't, but the Michaela Laws answered this.
What?
Of course they did. They're the J.K. Rowling of dick size. That's gay. That's just great.
Who's the most kinky? Oh, James is the most kinky. All right.
Makes sense.
And surprisingly, Matthew's the second most kinky.
Really?
Yeah, look at that fucking bean.
That little sherbet over there.
The little sherbet, yeah.
Lash me.
Fucking where is the dick? Seduce me.
That's what she said.
Dick
Please don't
size.
say that again.
Where's the dick?
Is it Microsoft? Probably.
Shh.
Where's
Okay.
the dick?
Express this.
Okay, I found it.
God.
I found it.
Oh my god, good for you.
Hey, what's your dick size?
Someone asked, in your opinion, which of the boys has the biggest dick? Could you also maybe list them for who you think is biggest, smallest? Not like size matters, I'm just wondering for science reasons, someone asked. And then she goes, Sam, by mere millimeters. All of the boys have a hearty 7 inches. Only differed by millimeters. I'm glad I know now, but... Mere millimeters.
Hey, Davis, is it just me? Are the dicks getting smaller?
I don't know. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's get out of the demon world. All right.
Restro is in.
He's in, all right. He's got 7 inches in.
What? Azrael! Whoa! So how did you get there? Are you kidding me? You don't even know how we'd get there.
A simple spell should work, but it would require someone from the human world to help us get there.
We can ask
It
him.
requires 7
Oh,
inches
he'd
to do.
definitely help us.
You cannot go on this ride unless if you're smaller than 7 inches, apparently.
Why? Why did the fucking open my mouth?
You asked.
Could have learned to shut up for once in my life.
I've never heard him regret an action.
Hi,
yet.
Quinny. Quinny's here. She's looking at Matthew. Guess what, Quinny? Your boyfriend's dick is 7 inches. All right.
I'm not so sure about.
Reistra, aren't you tired of
In
pleasing
the
Father all
context
of
of
the
the
time?
dick thing, we shouldn't talk about pleasing people, all right?
I am, but
why?
If you stay, you'll be married off and become ruler of Father's kingdom. You'll have no time for yourself or
I
with
know.
us, and you'll be constantly at war with the other realms for power. You'll most likely turn into the spitting image of Father.
What he's saying is, get your head out of your ass and let's go. If you don't say yes, I'll drag your princely ass with us. I don't care what that bastard of a father wants.
Come on, Raistro.
all right. Let's do this. What's the plan?
Quinny, chill. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was seeing the history of their lives before my eyes. They were nobles
Who
and
says I
James...
had a small dick?
What? What? Who did?
She says I had a small pee-pee.
On what information? What he have
What
on
part
that,
of the
Davis?
conversation
I don't
inferred
know.
that his dick...
What did they
What
come
was like?
from?
I need to retcon this right now,
Oh no,
Davis. You just
Oh,
gotta learn to
need.
shut the fuck up.
I do. Listen,
get-
if I
you're
see
digging this
bullshit, I'm
hole.
calling it out.
They were nobles and James was the heir to the kingdom the commander ruled. Even more so, he was going to be married to Diana. They sacrificed everything to leave and be together. They'd rather be free than remain in their noble roles. I started to feel a little jealous. They were able to leave while I was still expected to. Oh god, fucking whatever. Well, my father wanted me to be. How they were able to leave was uncertain still, but I knew I would learn in time. I closed my eyes and mentally asked Damien in a vision. As soon as I asked, the world around me slowly vanished, and I was brought back to the bedroom where I sat, with my head nestled in Damien's hands. Should I stop here?
Stop the stream. Stop it. We've gone too far.
Stop is a big word. Conversation afterward is another.
I found a baby zombie on a chicken.
Thanks for joining us. Well,
Davis, do you have any theories you want to debunk before we end? 7 inches, huh, bud?
I mean, I know what I am. Don't have to say that to the whole world, John.
I don't fucking know. Why stop fucking shut up.
Alright, look, I had a fun time today. We've discovered things that we didn't really want to discover. We've played things. We've asked questions that are now answered, and I hope we all enjoy that. And I'll see you guys, probably not the next weekend. I have to study for finals, but I'll keep you guys updated on my Twitter, so follow me there, Queen Cat Love. And also subscribe to Davis and John.
No, subscribe to Cat. Just subscribe to Cat. Please subscribe to Cat.
I hope you guys did enjoy this, as weird as it was. And I hope you guys should play
Don't,
the game too.
let's never talk about this.
But see you guys later. Let's never mention this again. Bye!
Dirty ass Jew.